Hello.
Hello.
Argent facility destroyed. You fought your way out of hell and managed to return, but now the demons have staked their claim on Mars. You must find a way to shut down the hell portal Olivia created.
The Argent Tower is destroyed. The portal can no longer be closed from this side. The hell energy flows from a location in their world we call the Well. But you've returned. The only flesh and blood to walk between dimensions. So there may be a way. Vega is trying to access Olivia's files. If you can get to the nearest terminal, we will provide you with information. That's all for now.
We back? Some technical difficulties. Sorry if you noticed that cut. Um, Neat little detail here. When we get to the last level, we'll the last level is going to be focused on us cutting off those three tethers you see. Jesus, 3 viewers already? Nice. But yeah, let's get to it. It is clear that Barons are ferocious fighters, with a bloodlust unparalleled by any other demon. Barons, larger and stronger than their lesser brothers, also possess the ability to generate hell energy, fireballs, which can be hurled at a target. In the doomed Project Lazarus Man expedition, it is believed that most of the explorers were set upon by Barons of Hell, though the details are unclear. The tablets retrieved from the Great Steppe in the UAC Automated Survey of 2143 suggest that the Barons of Hell are the current royal guard of the unknown Dark Lord of the Fourth Age. While the nature of this entity is unknown, it must be presumed that as a royal guard's power has significantly increased, so too has the power of their master. Oh, shh. I forgot. I forgot there's a Kaku demon that pops up there. Ah, dang. Ah. It's not a Robogun video without shitty aim. But coming here does get us the secret. Kaku demon model. Nice. I was thinking of making a bonus video where I show off all the bonus levels, like all the classic levels and some of the models that you get from these figurines you can collect. A lot going on in the background of this level. You have the flaming buildings, Kaku demons, and imps moving around. Really good attention to detail.
Olivia has an artifact in her private lab that we've been studying for years. I believe you can use it to find the answers you seek. It bears your mark.
Olivia's personal laboratory is not part of the registered facilities database. Alpha-level clearance will be required to locate it. Granted.
You can access her Lazarus facility from the north sector of the Advanced Research Complex, about 80 kilometers away.
I'll bring the tram power online to take you there, but you'll need a UAC corporate facilities clearance card to activate it. There is a security station nearby.
Let's head to it then. Calm under pressure. Should you find yourself caught in a level 3 demon containment event, it is important that you remain calm. A tier 3 advocate wouldn't panic, and neither should you. We have a saying here in the Lazarus Labs. If you want the job done, act as if. So stop. Think and act as if you are a tier 3 advocate. Here are the steps you should follow. Alright, let's see these. 1. Attempt to reach an emergency force field safety zone or a bulkhead door. Do not run, as some of our transdimensional visitors are sensitive to movement. Makes me think of the T-Rex from Jurassic Park with saying that. 2. Shut down any volatile equipment you may be using. Should you be unable to escape from the demons, it is important that you don't leave that plasma cutter running, where it could damage any important piece of machinery. And 3. If there is no obvious escape route and you have powered down your equipment, give yourself over to the demon willingly. Studies have shown that infuriating a demon by running away can cause additional frustration in the predator, and that may result in your body being too badly mutilated for useful post-mortem study. Simply kneel down, close your eyes, and wait. Remember, you can be as useful in death as you are in life. Jeez. I think that's everything in this room. Let's get going. What's up? Who's next? All of it. Let's go. Only downside to some of the glory kills is that they kind of mess with your camera angles, so you have to readjust sometimes. Oh, don't see that one too often.
Those who came before you and those with whom you serve all operate with the same goal in mind, the development of a new dawn for mankind. It is by this guiding principle, working together as a team, that we will elevate ourselves to the next plane of existence.
Keep telling yourself that. Collect all 15 Hell Relics and reach the altar before the timer expires. Oh, I like this one. In-flight mobility. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 14, and 15. Easy peasy. Freaking head. Back off. Oh, no. There wasn't even a glory kill animation for that. And that Hell Knight just knocked one of his buddies over. A lot of wacky stuff going on at the moment. Ooh, yes! Who's next? Ugh! I love that one. Come here! Who else? Hurry up. Alright, I got that detour done.
Those who came before you and those with whom you serve all operate with the same goal in mind, the development of a new dawn for mankind. It is by this...
Demon breach detected.
Our first Pinky. Let's go. Nice. Ow. I'll read that entry in a sec. On delay. Pinky. These demonic animals are unnamed in those in hell. They were colloquially named Pinkies due to their unusual skin pigmentation. When first discovered by the Lazarus Project's tethering operation, their aggressive nature against the living is well documented.
Seems to have taken your keycard. You will need to find it. The tram station will not be accessible without proper clearance.
Before Samuel Hayden quote-unquote died, he completed detailed instructions and designs for a new body, a bionic automaton with a plasmatronic processing core, a biomechanical brain. Samuel instructed that his frontal and temporal lobes were to remain intact, but the functions of his partial and optical lobes were to be bypassed and networked to the plasmatronic core. Samuel's personality, memories, reasoning, and comprehension would be carried over to his new framework, but his perception and calculation would become supercharged. Powered by Argent caches and later by an Argent accumulator, the cybernetic transference was a success. Samuel returned, bigger, stronger, and more formidable than before, in a 3-meter tall mechanical body. When his decision to choose such a mammoth mechanical physique was questioned, Samuel responded, "Dictating the future of mankind is dangerous work. You never know when we may need a hero." Stem cells and neural conditioning agents keep his organic matter, specifically his brain, constantly rejuvenating. He has quote-unquote existed for over 130 years now, and it is presumed his lifespan will be indefinite. It is said that his body has long since passed, but his soul will live on forever. Kinda makes me wish that the Samuel we see in this game remained consistent throughout the trilogy, as opposed to what we learn about him later. Which I won't spoil till we get to Ancient Gods, but it's interesting the direction they take him with. Anyone else? Ow. Okay. The Pinky hurt himself in confusion. Ow! And I freaking hurt myself in confusion too. What? Whole lot of nonsense going on in this level. The bizarre physiology can also be their undoing. The putrid skin covering their soft body is easily pierced. When exposed, their organs will explode violently, showering a sizable area with their revolting and toxic innards. Brutal.
Demonic breach detected.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow! Okay, give me that. Get thrown around like a ragdoll here. Okay. Trying to think of what to do. God's sake. I know it's early in the morning for me, but damn, I need to get it together. That's... Huh, I got it. Now, let's hope the next combat. As I was saying, let us hope the next combat encounter I'm a bit more competent. Oh, that's a Baron. I've decided I'm just gonna skim through reading the weapon stuff, focus only on like the monsters and characters. I'll read that in a sec. Okay, any more? It's funny when sometimes on the bigger enemies, the chainsaw glory kill animation doesn't happen, and they just either explode or drop dead. When a Kaku demon senses the presence of the living, it will hunt them relentlessly until it gets close enough to gnaw on them using a massive set of mandibles. To aid the hunt, the Kaku demon has a psychoactive narcotic bile, which it can spew at range. On contact, this bile inhibits the perception of the target and compromises movement. The effects wear off after a few moments, which is often enough time for the lumbering beast to get within bite range.
You cannot send a team in to retrieve it.
I am the head of this corporation. All your work and discoveries here belong to me. He was mine before you even found him.
I do like that as we play through the game, we see more and more how everything went down.
Access granted. Access granted. UAC tramline ready for departure. Please be seated. The tram is now ready to depart. The UAC's Advanced Research Complex will be our final destination.
Alright, give me a moment to get up and stretch here. Alright, let's carry on. Advanced Research Complex. You have located... I'm gonna start over with that. Advanced Research Complex. You have the location to Olivia's private office. Third time's a charm. Advanced Research Complex. You have the location to Olivia's private offices inside the Lazarus Complex, where the initial invasion began. You must first traverse through the Advanced Research Complex in order to gain access to the entrance of Lazarus. Utilize the tools you find along the way.
Now approaching UAC Advanced Research Complex.
It's time we meet in person. My office is on the second floor of this facility.
We'd love to meet you, Samuel, because you got a lot of explaining to do.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
Ugh. The sound effects are so nasty.
To subspace communication system.
Here you go.
Demonic presence eliminated.
Construction of the Advanced Research Complex was completed in MTC 2136. This vast state-of-the-art research, design, and production center uses cutting-edge technology and fabrication techniques to prototype everything from robotics to weaponry to subspace communication systems. The building's security, life support, and day-to-day operations are almost entirely managed by Vega, the urgent facility's in-house artificial intelligence mainframe. Due to the highly sensitive nature of the research being conducted at the ARC, the entire superstructure is essentially a Faraday cage to prevent any unauthorized communication beyond its walls. The ARC is the birthplace of several breakthrough study fields, including BFG development, teleportation research, and cybernetic augmentation. This bastion of advanced thought attracts the brightest minds in the scientific community and is considered humanity's quote-unquote brain trust.
Lockdown disengaged.
Hello. Nice of you to greet me at the door.
Look upon the faces of these extraordinary men and women. These are the best and brightest minds, the most devout members of the UAC.
Ow.
We are not advancing enough applicants, and our faith is nothing without believers. We cannot conduct our work without them.
And what kind of work is it that you're doing, Olivia? I haven't seen a report from your team in months now, have I? Can I trust that you can maintain your distance and control of the situation?
Of course. I believe in our work, but in order to make progress, we will have to make even greater sacrifices.
This isn't progress, it's madness. The board understands the peculiar nature of your work, and no one is in the dark on what those sacrifices mean to mankind. But your judgment is no longer considered sound.
Ooh. Welcome, Tier 3 Advocates. You have elevated yourself to the next level of thinking. Your previous notions have been cleansed by science, and you see things now as they truly are. The true power of Argent Energy, under the stewardship of the UAC, will drive us into the next stage of mankind. No more secrets, no more hiding. Your journey towards the final tier begins now. Our understanding of paradimensional existence grows each day as we begin to realize the true power that flows from hell. We are changed into something much greater than we ever thought possible. Your life as a Tier 3 advocate is more than just the work you perform. Spiritual understanding of who you are and what you are meant to become grows each artifact you catalog, each weapon you prototype, and each heretic you convert. The fear of hell is seen for what it really is. False emotions appearing real. Freaking hell. False emotions appearing real. You have opened your mind. I tried to read that a bit better than I usually do and I messed it up. Let's see.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
Gornest down here. Let's get it. Feels like I'm Mario hopping on these guys, trying to get these jump kills in. Summoner about to spawn. First take care of the Macubus. Save the Berserk. Get some ammo. Grab the chainsaw. And rocket. Now. Let a summoner spawn, I think. There! Got him.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
I locked in a bit there. Want to grab some stuff before go to his office. Okay, here we go.
Do not be alarmed by the system update. It is a prototype of our interdimensional tether. A means for me to pull you back from hell. I'm sorry for the jolt, but I didn't think you'd allow its installation voluntarily. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I have supplies in my office. This way, please.
Neat little detail. If you actually tried to shoot on
Save your ammunition.
it like tells you off on it too.
Welcome, Dr. Hayden.
Take whatever supplies you need. The destruction of the Argent Tower is devastating, but I am committed to helping you close the portal. All of our work and understanding of their world is derived from the inscriptions on a large stone artifact we pulled from Hell in the earliest days of the program. We call it the Helix Stone. It is our most closely guarded asset. Olivia was obsessed with it. From it, we learned how to manipulate Hell's energy, bend it to our will, take advantage of their resources. It also led us to you. The Helix Stone showed us how to harness the power of the well. I believe it will show you how to shut it down. For years, Olivia has kept the Helix in her private office in the Lazarus Labs, which is only accessible through a secure elevator from the Advanced Research Complex across the chasm. Your affinity for guns is apparent. I'm confident you'll find something useful there as well.
Talking about the BFG.
The service elevator is at the end of the hall.
I like the little foreshadow there to it. This is the first clear look I think we get of the Night Sentinels. It's really... I'm kind of interested in seeing how Doomguy goes from the design he has in Dark Ages, because it's a bit different than how he looks in this game. You're going from that set of armor to how the Praetor suit looks in 2016. We also get a good sense of how tall Samuel Hayden is, because Doomguy is already like a giant, but we only go up to like his freaking pelvis. I'm staring respectfully. Alright, let's get back to it. The Crucible Sword. Something we actually get to use. Or, well, something different, but similar. We get to use later in Eternal. Get some health, and we're on our way. After his rebirth, Samuel was appointed as project director of the Argent facility. It was deemed too bizarre to have the world's first cyborg leading the most powerful corporation in the solar system. Mechanoid Samuel Hayden proved to be an even more impressive figure than his mortal self. Under his leadership, Argent technology exploded. The work achieved at the Argent facility destroyed the boundaries of our understanding of physics. As Samuel himself said, quote, we rewrote the book and called it Argent. After the unveiling of the global energy distribution matrix, it was clear who was really in control of the UAC. Samuel Hayden's triumphant return to power was complete, in a stunning display of bravado and conceit. When the GEDM was finally switched on, Samuel Hayden was live-streamed from in front of the Argent Tower, pulling a massive 12-foot power lever to dispatch the first Argent passage to Earth. This sent a clear message to the people of the known solar system. There is only quote-unquote one man that can turn on the power. Thought you could get me with that engineer, didn't you? Well, I'm not gonna let it happen. Got that haste. I'll read that in a sec. Double kill. I love turret mode. Cyber Mancubus. The Mancubus strain of demon has long been a subject of fascination among Lazarus Project scientists. Eager to understand the biology of these creatures, a team of biogeneticists, led by Dr. Pierce herself, was formed to research and manipulate the behavior and effect of the creatures. Of course they cybernetically enhanced these things. Which one is this? Oh, this one. Bloodfield. Armed with the heavy assault rifle, eliminate our targets before the timer expires. Movement is only permitted for 3 seconds following any kill. Lovely. That one wasn't too hard. There's a cache here, so let's grab that. Sure I grab everything from this area. Ah, look at that. Bobo's guy. Super shotgun model. Ow. And up he goes. I like doing that. Yep, this is the BFG area. What? I was trying to... Take care of that. Incubus first.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Alright, I want to see if I can do something here. Oh, I don't have it. While they're distracted by that, let me test fire. Nice. Another little hint at what the BFG can do.
a lighter tomorrow.
Was that the guy you have to grab?
The ARC is the birthplace of several breakthrough fields.
There he is. Watch this. Firmly grasp it.
Access granted. Hello, Dr. Peters. Biometric
Go ahead and hop up here,
Scanning.
because this happens.
Unauthorized personnel confirmed. Expulsion to commence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Activating laser security system.
Okay, now I can get up. Yes. BFG 9000. Oh, it counted that 3 kills from earlier when using the prototype on them. That's cool. Now we get to use it proper. Excellent.
All personnel.
Guess we know what happened to all those people.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged. Alert. Lazarus service elevator now overhead. Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Then we go back to this safe slot. Titan's Realm. In the libraries of the Lazarus Labs, you learned of an artifact that can sever the connection between our two worlds, known as the Crucible. If you can retrieve the Crucible, you can use it to close the well and shut down the Argent Tower permanently from inside Hell. Look at this. I freaking love this, dude. Giant skeletons of monsters, 10 out of 10 fantasy aesthetic. And we get one more Slayer Testament as well.
The age of his reckoning was uncounted. The scribes carved his name deep in the tablets of hell across eons, and each battle etched terror in the hearts of the demons. They knew he would come, as he always had, as he always will, to feast on the blood of the wicked, for he alone could draw strength from his fallen foes, and ever his power grew, swift and unrelenting.
Awesome. Right into the action, I like that. I was going for the super shotgun there. I mean, gas cannon. I'm letting myself just tank hits. some way to get that. I'm locked in right now, so I may not talk a lot. Am I missing something? Oh, I'm a dumbass. Hi, where'd you come from, big boy? Hey, give me that shield back. Greedy badass. That happens sometimes with the Mancubus death animation. They like disappear for a second and reappear. Oh, there's a haste here. I was just checking some stuff. thought he was going to do the animation where he spun around and then exploded. Guess he decided to skip that part. Never really paid attention to it before, but there are like sounds enemies make when that you could use to your advantage to tell they're in the area. I guess it's because there's a quad damage here. I didn't even realize that. Because there's been a lot of times where, I mentioned before, I've replayed this game a ton. And a lot of those times have been when I had the volume down and listening to someone else. So I just kind of forgot that you can use the sound effects to your advantage in gameplay. Yep. That's why I was saving this quad damage. It was Baron. Back to here. I forgot. Spawn camper. Titan's Realm. After the disastrous Project Lazarus Man expedition, it was decided to avoid Katangura Sanctum until the environment was more conducive to human exploration. The second Project Lazarus Man expedition was changed to a new location, an area referred to as, quote, the Great Steppe. The Corax tablets describes this area in detail, quote, through the Titan's realm and down to the great steppe where the trophies of victory are kept through the ages, their false idols banished to a wasteland, their towers fallen, their foundations ground to dust, their hallowed halls kept empty as cruel reminders that civilizations shall fall before the ascension of the Great Ones. Alright, watch this lame-ass booby trap they have set up. Oh no, it's closing in on me. What do I do? How convenient. Actually. I like doing that sometimes just to see the death animation of the hologram. Oh. Alright, I gotta be quick in this area. Conveniently place invulnerability. Make this a bit easier for us, so we're not eating away at our own health. Forgot Mancubus spawn in here. Didn't mean to waste that shot. Back off. Pinkies will charge once their prey is detected, using a cortical bone plate that covers their face as a battering ram. They accelerate quickly but have limited control when charging. Their inability to stop quickly or turn makes them vulnerable to charging over ledges or into hard surfaces, stunning them. At close range, the Pinky has a significant bite, which it will use to fend off attackers. They have limited visual perception and rely primarily on pheromone detection to locate enemies. The thinner skin on their flanks does not offer as much protection and should be considered a point of weakness. Gnawed carcasses of Pinkies have been extracted from portals, suggesting they are considered a delicacy in Hell. That's interesting. So, a little unlike the other demons, the Pinkies are kind of treated like animals and a food source. Whereas, in some way, the other demons are at least a little considered like a higher intelligence species. Also, we all know what's about to happen here. Yep. That really does feel like old retro Doom right there, with them doing that fake out on you. Triple kill, let's go. use that sound effect. Okay, back up. Spectres. And then I think we get Lost Souls next. Ow! Let's put him out. Yep. Sometimes the specters go back to being visible when they die, sometimes they don't. This is a little animation thing I noticed. Ugh. That's a brutal kill right there. Oh, we get one more too. I forgot there's 5 in total in this game.
None could stand before the Horde, but the Doomslayer. Despair spread before him like a plague, striking fear into the Shadow Dwellers, driving them to deeper and darker pits. But from the depths of the abyss rose the Great One, a champion mightier than all who had come before. The Titan of immeasurable power and ferocity, he strode upon the plain and faced the Doomslayer. And a mighty battle was fought on the desolate plains. The Titan fought with the fury of the countless that had fallen at the Doomslayer's hand. But there fell the Titan, and in his defeat, the Shadow Horde were routed.
Really good sound mixing and effects in this level. Well, when life gives you lemons. Ah, twice. Tilt. Crap. I lost track of it. There it is. I'm assuming this is where the level ends. Before joining the UAC, Olivia was open to discussion about her endeavors and beliefs. She was known to have been an avid world traveler, served a 2-year tour of duty with the Global Science Council, and even spent time serving as a missionary in South America, which she noted was a, quote, spiritual but frigorous pilgrimage. Since moving to Mars, she has become a recluse, cutting off friends and family to focus on her secretive work on the Lazarus Project. She is rarely seen outside the lab and no longer attends board meetings or any UAC press events. Past colleagues of Olivia's have noted that this behavior may just mean that she has something spectacular to reveal in the near future. Lord, is that an understatement? This one's a bit long, so I'm just gonna leave this here. Ooh, there's a lot of secrets we didn't get for this one. Okay, I'm gonna take a bathroom break real quick and then do some stretches. The Necropolis. You fought your way through Hell and found the Titan's Core, a portal that gets you one step closer to the Crucible and defeating the forces of Hell for good. You must crush the Crucible Guardians and retrieve what is yours. These last few levels are my favorite in terms of visuals. The work of Dr. Pierce and her biogeneticists proved successful, and several cybernetic Mecupi are currently held in captivity within the Lazarus Project laboratories. They are held under the strictest UAC security protocols, so there is no chance of an escape. Citation needed. And a 6. I keep forgetting how many Slayer Testaments are actually in the game.
And in his terrible rancor between worlds, in their time, the Hellwalker found a wretch who shall not be named, but in his heresy was loyal to his evil cause. The wretch adored the Doomslayer in a mighty armor, wrought in the forges of hell, impenetrable and unyielding, with sword and shield of adamantine strength. The Doomslayer set to banishing all that were left unbroken by his savagery to the void.
Let's go. Come on, big boys. Come on. Nice. I love doing that to the Hell Knights. God, this music, dude. It's getting me fired up. As it should, that's probably skull. No, not him. Ooh. And a classic level. Here it is. House of Pain. Do I wait to do them both, or... Because I think doing one activates a combat sequence, but I can't remember, because I usually do both. I'll do both. Anything else? Yep. Ow. Ugh. What do you think this Baron of Hell did to get crucified like this? Probably said something a little too nice about the Doom guy. Blue. Yellow. Yep, here we go. Underleg. Ow. Ow. Okay. You know, I just realized something. The Baron of Hell throws green fireballs, or energy, or whatever you want to call it, and the BFG fires green energy itself. I wonder if they used the Baron as like a framework for developing the BFG. That would make sense, I think. And a 7th.
Yet as the mighty Titan fell, and dread engulfed the armies of doom, the demon priests of the Blood Temples laid a trap to capture the scourge of hell. Insatiable, even by the vanquishing of the Great One, the Hellwalker sought prey in the tombs of the Blood Keep, and blinded by his fervor, the lure drew him in. The priests brought down the temple upon the Doomslayer, and in his defeat entombed him in the cursed sarcophagus. The mark of the Doomslayer was burned upon his crypt, a warning to all of hell that the terror within must never be freed. There he lies still, and evermore in silent suffering. Must not reach the crucible.
There's that same demonic voice. Also, we get to see the Icon of Sin. It plays a bigger role in the next game, but this is our first exposure to it in 2016. Also, nice little Easter egg here. if you shoot into it. You get a little Easter egg. But that's a bit far off from where we are now, so I'm gonna have to pick that up later. So like they may have used the same tech on the Cyber Mancubus for the BFG, because they also fire green energy. But that's just my headcanon. Oh shit! Yep. And I think we get a Spectre next. No, Mancubus. Didn't want to deal with them. Yep. Gas cannon model. We're about to get our second boss of the game. In fact, we get a little hint at them right here. Let's do this. Bring it on! You can disrupt that attack. You just gotta be faster with it. Come on. There. God dang it. Come on. Come on. That's a little spin attack. Cat. Only when it's vulnerable can the siphon grenade work on him. Okay, he's kicking my butt. Nice, that threw him out of it. Come on, do your little attack. Ah! That's on me. I was being too bullheaded. First death in a good while, too. I know we're playing on average difficulty, but still. Alright, let's try this again. See, that's what I'm talking about, with knocking him out of that attack. That was a miss. Nope. God damn it, why'd I fire that off too early? There. Double team, huh? Bring it on. These guys aren't as annoying as the first guy, because they don't have the shield thing going on. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. Maybe they are as annoying. Okay. Actually being given a challenge here. Jesus. Damn it! These guys are starting to get on my nerves. Oh. Take him out! You're next! Come here, you little shit! satisfying. That's cool. Vega Central Processing. You reclaimed the Crucible and are returning to Mars. You must close the well, the power source of the Hell Portal on Mars. To do this, you will have to make one last Hell jump. Samuel has a plan to send you back to the well's location. He will need your assistance to carry it out.
You have the Crucible, and with it the means to contain the power of the well. We have a plan to send you there. Vega will walk you through the process.
This is my primary operating facility. It is where I was created and where my core processing unit is maintained. It takes approximately 2.4 terawatts of power to sustain my operational capabilities, but it has been decided that we can use that power to send you to the source of the portal. I will not survive the procedure and am unable to self-terminate, so I will walk you through the process. All interior and exterior facility doors have been secured. You will need to begin by finding a way in and disabling the security systems.
Alrighty. Got an icy environment. That's very rare for 2016. Makes this level all the more memorable. Oh, hell.
Security systems operate on two separate neural networks that terminate in this maintenance facility. Each termination point is protected by an electrified field, but you should survive the surge.
Thanks.
Primary neural security network offline.
Come on. And another round.
Auxiliary neural security network offline.
My vital operating systems are now vulnerable. I recommend destroying my cooling system first. This will accelerate the destabilization process.
Get off me.
Should you find yourself caught in a level 3 demon contamination, it is important that you remain calm. A tier 3 fellow will be yourself caught in a level 3 a tier 3 fellow wouldn't panic, and neither should you.
Access granted. access granted.
Early tests of Vega's protoplasmic circuitry show temperature.
You are looking at the only absolute zero cooling system ever constructed. It took years to perfect. Destroy each of the 4 coolant generators. Once they are no longer functional, my primary systems should begin to melt down.
Core temperature rising. Core temperature rising.
my core is located to complete this process. The train below will take you to the entrance. For you to gain access to my core, the demonic threat must be removed from the room ahead. I am losing memory capabilities. Control of neurologic guard. Minimal.
Once Vega's core is destroyed, the vacuum of energy will pull you back through to hell. We have your destination set to the Wells location. Now use the Crucible to power it down, and the portal to your monitors will be closed permanently. They will not allow access to the Wells without a fight. But I'm sure that's what you're looking for, isn't it?
That's freaking cool. Kinda reminds me of Brainiac and similar robot designs. Chuck that away. that one as well. And this moment right here.
Thank you, Vega.
I love that. He saves Vega up on a backup card. Alright. One last level. Let's do this. Argent D'Nur. By destroying Vega, you've created a portal directly to the heart of Hell. Now you must find your way to the source of the UAC's power, known as the Well. The Crucible will allow you to absorb and contain the energy of the Well for good. Damn, that's a lot of points. Hold on, let's spin that. Let's do this. Oh hell, summoner. Who's next? Damn, these guys are a noisy bunch. What is with my aim with the siphon grenade? Jeez. Funny, I was about to say the same thing to y'all. As in, I kill you. Yeah. If I don't talk a lot during this, that's because I'm focused on finishing up this game. Music's still going. Who else wants their ass kicked? Ow. The Wraiths. While there have been no confirmed sightings of these creatures, much is known about them as they are revered by the demons and referred multiple times in all explored areas of Hell. According to scriptures found in the Catagor Sanctum, the Wraiths are elemental beings that inhabit the realm of Argent D'Nur, a world that was colonized in the first age of Ascension. The Wraiths were defined by the people of Argent D'Nur, deified by the people of Argent D'Nur, and protected by their fiercest warriors, the Night Sentinels. They are believed to have been imbued with a powerful energy.
Must not be allowed to free them.
See, sometimes I could pull off trick shots like that, and other times I can't hit worth a damn. Oh shit. I didn't even see that specter there. Ow. Jerk. What next? I actually thought I was unmuted. That's embarrassing. The elemental raves, if they do still exist in Argent D'Nur, have no doubt been corrupted by the power of Hell. However, descriptions of the beasts suggest that they were terrifying in their own form before any demonization occurred. Demonetization. The power of YouTube got them. The protection of these beasts was both a measure to harness the power they generated and also a defense against them. Hence the need for fuck's sake. Okay. Okay, starting over. The elemental wraiths, if they do still exist in Argent D'Nur, have no doubt been corrupted by the power of hell. However, descriptions of the beasts suggest that they were terrifying in their own form, before any demonization occurred. The protection of these beasts was both a measure to harness the power they generated, and also a defense against them. Hence the need for a warrior order to serve as protectors rather than simple priest caste. Several tablets describe the worship of the wraiths as a necessity to avoid their wrath, and the Ungmar Codex specifically states that, quote, Wraith Call, the sign of an approaching wraith, caused panic and terror among the people of Argent D'Nur. It is also possible that some sacrificial ceremonies were attached to the worship of the wraiths. Alright. Last arena of the game before the final boss. Let's do this. No, but damn sure is an imp hiding somewhere. Oh. Friggin' Pinky, of course it is. You know what? Screw you. Least favorite enemy in the game. They're so freaking annoying. Further reading from the Angmar Codex. The Knight Sentinels stood strong against our legions. Conquest of Argent D'Nur, empowered by the Wraith energy, was foiled at every turn. Yet in our darkest hour came a lowly hellpriest, Degrav, and in his guidance a weakness in a heathen of the Knight Sentinels was found. The bargain was struck thus. For the return of the betrayer's only son, lost on the battlefield, Degrav must be taken to the source of their power, the elemental rays. Led there by the wretched betrayer, Degrav and his cabal set a curse upon the rays as they slept, and used their essence for our own devices. With the power of the wraiths, they formed the well, that which brings us upon our enemies. Thus the city of Argent and their false gods fell under the unholy might of the Hell Priest. For his payment, the betrayer's son was returned to him in our form, and the icon of sin was brought upon the heathens. His vengeance was swift and merciless, for the wages of treachery are suffering. With the fall of Argent D'Nur, their realm was taken into ours. Their temples and ruins, their carved rock and edifice, all was absorbed into our realm and taken as trophies of our triumph. Alrighty, final boss. Let's do this. Ugh.
They promised me so much.
To be honest, Olivia, if you thought any of these guys were trustworthy, you kinda had this coming, not gonna lie. Guess I gotta put you out of your misery then. Fine by me. I remember when I played this boss on Ultra Nightmare difficulty. God dang, it was the most frustrating experience I've ever had. But it was very satisfying afterwards, beating it. Okay, that's not doing anything. Bad idea. Oh, she's hurting. Seeing her starting to limp around like this kind of makes you feel bad. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm enjoying this. This broad is crazy. One more hit. Okay, 2 more hits. Yes! Here we go. Hey Olivia, you got something in your teeth. Let me help you with that. Nice.
You've won. It's over. You stopped the invasion and closed the portal. But it's come at a price. Argent, Vega, this entire operation.
I saved Vega though.
I've watched your work. Come to understand your motivation. You think the only way is to kill them all, leave nothing behind. And you may be right. But we can't just shut it all down. Without Argent energy, it will be worse. I don't expect you to agree. But with this, we can continue our work. I am not the villain in this story. I do what I do because there is no choice.
Rerouting tether coordinates complete.
Our time is up. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way. Until we see each other again.
Backstabbing clinker. Yes. So that was Doom 2016. I'm aware this is, a small channel, and no one's really, at least not right now, watching these live streams. But I hope, as I keep going, this channel grows and my presentation becomes better. Because right now, I don't have a lot. I only recently just got a mic that sounds much better. My goal is to get stuff like a proper gaming PC and, programs that will allow me to record videos or live streams with a much higher quality, better audio, all that jazz. I wanted to start with 2016 because, like I said at the start of the series, it's one of my favorite games, and I thought it'd be fitting to have it be the first game I do a Let's Play series for this channel. So, thank you to all the people who bothered to watch this stuff, and I hope to do better. With that said, I'm gonna let the credits roll. Robogun, out.